Hi guys, it's Belle here and it is time for day 25 of Junk Journal January 2025, hosted by the lovely Meg over at Meg Journal. Link will be down below, so do go check her out. And today's prompt is modern. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's modern. So, I don't know. I went through a few bits and bobs. This journal is tending to be more grungy and vintage with a dash of colour. So I thought, okay, let's think about what modern I could interpret and use so that it's still cohesive in this journal. So one of the things I was thinking is, I've been using those vintage tea cards, and I thought the clothing ones, and I thought let's have a look at what maybe the most modern outfit is. And I think they only went up to the swinging 60s. Look at this card, guys. Isn't it amazing? Look at her lashes. Lashes for days. So let me read this to you. Day close in 1967. These two young people, that just tickles me, young people are wearing the free and easy clothes of 1967. The girl has a simple, natural hairdo, but exotic makeup. She is boyishly slender and wears over a minimum of underclothing, a short, mini-skirted, semi-fitted tunic made of linked, gaily coloured plastic discs. One of the variety of texture patterns and colour are all important. Her friend, dark coats and trousers and white shirts men have worn for 100... What is that? Her friend, bored with the utilitarian short hair, dark coats and trousers and white shirts men have worn for over 150 years, has grown his hair and returned to flamboyant materials, bright stripes, velvet trimmings and flower patterns on his shirt. He blends a Georgian-type cravat, mid-Victorian tailcoat and military trimmings. Go, guys. Groovy. So we're going to go with that. We're going to use them. And this will be glued down, but I have taken a picture of it, so it's all good. And I thought, let's go for pink. I do apologise for the shadow. It's just the way it is at the moment. So I thought we'd go for pink, and I thought maybe the brighter pink. So let's cut this down. I have used pink in different parts of this journal, so it works well for this page. Groovy. I have to admit, 60s fashion is possibly one of my least favourites, except when we start getting into the late 60s, early 70s with like the hippie style. Love long flowing hippie type dresses. Really love those. But there's our little Freddie from yesterday on his train. Choo choo. Oh, it makes me giggle. Yeah, I wasn't really... I've got two shades of pink here and I'm trying to work out which I like best. I think they really pop on that one, don't they? It's a bit darker. But I think they pop on this. No. Let's go brighter. Let's go bright. And we're just going to stick this down right now. Yeah, the 60s wasn't my thing. I mean, I wasn't around in the 60s, but it's not my vibe when it comes to... oh my goodness, this glue does not want to come out today. Do you know what it is? I changed the nozzle because the other nozzle broke. There we go. Out you come. So, I don't know. Bright colours aren't my thing, really. And the overmade hair makeup, not really my thing either. But I do love the fun they were having with their colours back then. And I love the kind of historical aspect. Like if you look at the haircuts and things, it really gives me a 1920s feel with the modern kind of take. So yeah, that was fun. But other than that, I like the idea and where they were going with it, like all the military jackets and everything as well that the guys were wearing. And let's not forget, men used to wear a lot of velvet, and you think about Charles I and everything with their long hair and all that kind of thing. But it was a big thing, wasn't it? Like, oh, these long-haired hippies, go get your hair cut. And I just think historically, men have had long hair. So, I don't know. It's a thing, isn't it? Each generation always looks at the younger generation's kind of fashion choices and goes, in my day, we're all going to do it. But yeah, the 60s was never my thing. I don't think I've ever worn any clothing with a 60s vibe ever, because again, it's just not my jam. Is that for this? Is that a darker pink? What's going on there? Did that move over? It doesn't matter. Oh, this concertina journal. It's a lot of fun, but it's also trying to make sure everything closes properly. Anyway, so we're going to start with a pink base. Yesterday's one was movement. The days before, you know, we've had a lot of bits and bobs. To be honest, the bright colours, this acetate that I used on this one would have worked quite well. But, and there we go. So I've just got a few bits and bobs. I've also got, I picked up this business card the other day. It's kind of plasticky. And I love this, creative mashups with all the different colours. And I thought that kind of made me think of the 60s. Because we've got the colours, we've got the bright, like, circular pattern. And then we've got the idea of creative mashups, which I kind of love, you know. I kind of, yeah, because as I said, there's this kind of 20s feel to some of the women's clothing, especially the shorter dresses and the movement. And then the guys are wearing these different kind of outfits that would have looked okay in a Victorian look. I'm thinking we're going to have something like this. I wanted the bright stripes. That sounded like I said the white stripes then. I want the bright stripes. Maybe we trim this down a little bit. And I want, like I said, I want the feel of the plastic. Maybe we have it so it's round on one end and not on the other. Because that was a thing, wasn't it? That there was a lot more kind of... I do wish I'd made this a bit... Put it on something thicker. Oh, and I just have to say thank you so much. I have reached 4,000 subscribers. I cannot tell you. I am blown away, guys. I'm just so... Yeah, it really does mean the world to me. It really, really does. I have also this little die cut camera because there was a lot with models and things like that in the 60s. So I kind of wanted to bring that in. And I wanted the pop of black because we've got a lot of black as well. Accents of it throughout. But yeah, 4,000 subscribers, guys. I can't even... it blows me away. And I am grateful for every single person who subscribes, and yeah, it means the world to me. It really does. So thank you all so much. I'm super excited, and I will have to work out a giveaway at some point in amongst all the challenges I is doing. I'll work it out. It'll all be fine. It'll get done. But oh, I honestly, when I say I appreciate you all, I'm not just saying that. It really does. Don't get emotional. It means the world to me. So thank you so much. I never expected it. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on for that and get back to the swinging 60s. I'm not really a fan of 60s music a lot either. Like, I don't mind some 70s music, but oh well, saying that, some 60s music is okay. The 60s just isn't my jam in a lot of ways, but I really appreciate what was happening, and especially with the fashion and things like that. It just fascinates me. It really does. When I bought these cards, I just brought them because these tea cards, because I hadn't seen anything like it. I see a lot of people using, myself included, the other kinds of tea cards where they're the flowers and the butterflies and all the beautiful stuff, right? But I hadn't seen these at all. And so when I saw them, I thought, let's just pick them up because we haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything like that at all. So let's pick that up. And I don't know when I'm going to use them, if I'm going to use them. I just haven't seen anything like it, so I want to own it. And I'm so pleased that when I was deciding what I wanted to do for this challenge, obviously I'd said I was going to use the Tim Holtz dolls and the Tim Holtz photos and things, because I have a lot of them, particularly the dolls. And then I used that one tea card and I thought, well, I can't just have one in there. Let me have a look at what else I've got. And I remembered I had these. I am beyond happy. Let me see what else I've pulled out in here. I am beyond happy that I decided, oh, yeah, these, to use these because I think they've worked so well in here. You're a model. Yeah, they've just worked so well. And I'm really loving using them and the history. It's really had me thinking more about the history of fashion. So these flowers I have are actually cut from some packaging around some bath bombs that I've had for about 3 years, this packaging. And you know what? I think it's going to work great because, again, the 60s, it literally said he's got a floral shirt. And I just think these flowers, they've got the pink, they've got that pop of yellow, and we've used yellow throughout as well. We've used blue. So even though this is probably going to be one of the brightest pages in this journal, it's also going to feel cohesive because we're using colours that we have used, or that I have used, through the journal itself. So yeah, I think it's going to work really well. But yes, the swinging 60s. And I just, yeah, I'm really interested in the history of fashion. And I am not a fashionista. Like, I will buy an outfit and it will last me 10 years. And I'm more than happy. I don't care about latest trends. I don't care about what everyone's wearing. It's just not me. It's not something I'm bothered about. I really do stick with what I like and replace it when I need to. But reading about the history of fashion, I like that, let's trim the edge off, has really been interesting. And I've never thought before of just how similar certain aspects of the 60s are to the 20s. That's really cute. I have this tiny bit when you know we're going to use it somewhere because I can't not use it. So I find that fascinating. She really does give off a 50s vibe. And he's giving off, like, I don't know, Georgian funky Georgian vibe. So interesting. And yet each generation feels like, oh yeah, my fashion's so unique. And obviously there's differences and changes. But the reality is, yep. The fashion's just one learns from the next and you see that influence. So yeah, these have been fun. I took a picture of the back of this tea card. I didn't want to put it in the little pocket like I'd done with the one for map, and I didn't want to make it flip up because I really do want this to be a flatter kind of layout, but I took a picture of it anyway. So yeah, just to remind me, it just makes me laugh. These young people, ooh yeah, so young, we're funky, we're down. Do we need another one? I'm feeling like that would have been good maybe under there. Is it too much? You know what I'm going to say. Too much? No. So, yeah, really interesting. These cards are. We've got our swinging 60s model couple. They're like, yeah. Pose over there. That's right. Look really modern. Cool. You look so cool, man. Groovy. I mean, that's the only word I know. So we'll just leave it there. I apologize if you were in the 60s and you're like, Belle, there's more to it than just groovy, man. I just feel like we need as many of these kind of flowers. I do love the flower power. Not the bright flowers that the 60s would have worn, but oh, I love the more neutral kind of colours of the 70s. Although, can we just say, brown and orange? No. No. But I like the natural style of things. Brown and orange. No, thank you. That wasn't really... It's not really a me thing. Oh, I just love it. I am wondering if we need one just down the bottom here. But I also liked this one here. Now we do have another one. So worst comes to worst, I'll just cut a little bit of that one off. We're just going all out groovy, man. Just makes me laugh. Like I said, the older generation's always like, oh my gosh, look what they're wearing. And it's like, wow. Everyone wore something. Do we like this little bit of pink space here? Shout out, let me know. I'm feeling like we want another flower. That's what I'm feeling. So unfortunately, if you shouted out and said, yes, we like it, Belle. Unfortunately, I wasn't listening because I'm going to put this little flower there. So maybe, can this still lift up? See, that just doesn't look like a flower. It just looks like a random piece. We're going to use it anyway. So yes. It was a time of colour and texture and pattern. And I kind of love that. Even if it's not my jam. I just kind of love the way people were experimenting with colour and fashion. And new textures and things. Where did the lid go? Yeah, I love it. I also love getting to use this paper. See, we keep things because you never know what you're gonna need. So I also have these stickers. These are these sculpted stickers again. STP0313. I don't know if you can still get them. I've had them a very long time. They're from Paper House. But we have this one that says smile. And I thought, firstly, it's in the white, but it's in, again, this kind of puffy not puffy, but like vinyl. It reminds me of, I remember seeing everywhere really bright white boots that all the women would be wearing. And it kind of made me think of those boots. So I wanted that on here. And it says smile because we've got the camera. So, you know. Smile, guys. So there is a reason we do have that. Those white boots. I mean, no. White's not a colour that's really for me. Unless it's black and white striped. White's not really my jam. But I thought it would work really well on here because of those boots. It kind of fits. And now we've got like the white heart. Oh, we've got the arrow, which we could put somewhere. I mean, it's white as well, so you're not going to see it that much. But I almost want to put the arrow on here. I kind of like it. What do we think, Freddie? Freddie's like, oh my goodness me. Wouldn't it be great if it was a slightly different colour like the blue or something? But we don't have that. So I think here's probably the best place for it. But it's really near that bit, which is why I don't think I like it. Unless we put it that way. I just don't know. I wonder if this would take... I wonder if it would take inking. But then I'm worried to do it in case I really don't like it. And in all honesty, the one thing we are going to bring in is we're going to bring in some black splatters. So let me get me black acrylic paint. Groovy, man, groovy. We need the smallest amount. Like, yeah, that's fine. Let's water this down. And I'm afraid, Freddie, you're going to have to get covered up because we don't want you with black splatters all over you. Because that's not what your page is about. So we're going to cover you up, Fred. And, oh, thanks for shouting, guys. I heard you. Firstly, I need to put the word on. We need to put the word modern on. So I'm going to do that in a second. And secondly, I need to cover up their faces because we don't want their faces ruined. I don't mind splatters on everything else, but we don't want their faces. Dude. Yeah, we don't want their faces ruined. Let's work out where we want to put modern. It's so modern. And they're like, we're so cool. Look at me in my very little underwear, which was pointed out by the person doing the... I mean, come on. You have to put in description that they're wearing very little underwear. I mean, do you have to? Or are you just being a bit judgy? Because it feels very judgy. Let me get the tumbled glass. I think I used this for something else. And I'm sure I said... Not for this challenge, but for something else I made. I'm sure I said in that video that it was shattered glass or something. But it's tumbled glass. I don't think this is bright enough. Because, you know, pop of colour. But that's also because I really do need to re-ink this one. So. Okay, let's have a look what that looks like. And let's work out where we're going to put it. Modern, modern, modern. I quite like that it says modern creative mashups. Like, I quite like that. I also quite like it down there. Also quite like it up here. Like, I can put it on top. I think I like it there. Yep. That's what we're going to do. Although now I've just seen somewhere else that maybe I'll like it. So, yep. Modern. And now I have to come up with something for movement, because I'm going to do it across there. Because the train would have been perfect for it, wouldn't it? But obviously that is not to be. Right, let's just mix all this together now. And let's get my practice splatter page down first. As you do, just to see what the splatters are like and whether... Okay, that should be fine. You know, when you just have that immediate kind of like, when you start doing it. I just want a few on here. I just want to, yeah, that should be fine. Thank you, Freddie. Oh, thank you very much. Right. And yeah, just used a few scraps and one of our cards. And there we have today's, I want to just cover Freddie up a minute. Today's make, which is modern. So we've gone for the cohesive colours that I've used throughout. And actually, I don't think it stands out too much. If you look at it with these, even though these are very grungy, I don't think... I mean, we've got this bright pink. This is a brighter pink than their background. I don't think it really looks out of place. We've got the blues and the yellows here, funny enough, in the flowers. So I think it works. I like it. It still feels like it works. So... that's modern done. That's day 25. Ooh, not long to go. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was a bit of fun. We have our swinging 60s model couple. You know, like Twiggy here in the UK. That's what I'm feeling like. That this couple, you know, it's obviously a model and like a singer. Like, I don't know, a John Lennon type with a Twiggy, or a Paul McCartney type with a Twiggy. Look at the flowers too. I really think that vinyl smile really helps. It isn't too in your face, but I think if I'd gone for a different colour, we've got so much down here that would have been too much. But it's kind of there. It works, and it brings in, like I said, the idea of those white boots that everyone was wearing back then. So anyway, Freddie, you can choo-choo your train a bit further back now. Choo-choo. There we go. That's today's one done, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please do like, subscribe, share and comment. Again, thank you so much for helping me achieve 4,000 subscribers. Honestly, I can't even. It's amazing. Thank you so much for all of your support, guys, and just how wonderful you are, sort of keeping you just uplift me with your comments. And really, I love to hear that you're enjoying my creative chaos here and the weird and wonderful that sometimes I come up with. It just makes the world to me. It makes me smile every day. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me wanting to make videos to share with you guys. Yeah, thank you so much. So anyway, that's it for now, guys. I will be back soon with day 26. Can you believe it? I have to come up with something for movement. This would have been perfect. But anyway, I can't stop playing with this little train. I just love it. I hope wherever you are in the world, you are also having lots and lots of groovy, creative fun. Bye for now, guys.